teacher and everyone. Today we will introduce the homestay Shenlong 147. Before our presentation, I want to introduce our team members. My name is Chen Jianli, and the next one will be Wu Meiqian and Yu Zhongyi, and Wu Yijin and Zhou Xiong. Okay. So before we begin about the homestay Shenlong 147, I want to show you some story about the area where it's located. So the Fine Channels Cultural Road is now on Hainan government. I want to make a check visitor. But we know like the name of the homestay, Shenlong is 147. It means the address, number 147 Shenlong Street. So the Shenlong Street is below the Fine Channels Cultural Road right now. But today we know Shenlong Street often has some activity, maybe afternoon or after sunset, and they bring up into the traditional architecture monuments. So it became a new attraction. But in 1990, the Thailand government constructed High Road underground street, and the High Road wide to 40 meters. And the High Road opened in 2002, destroyed part of the traditional architecture of Shenlong Street. So at that time, the attention of the local residents in May 2003, they set up the Fine Channel Development Association. So in addition to promoting local activities, special Route 2 tradition, try hard to activate Shenlong Street Pest Gallery. That's what we see right now in Shenlong Street, but what is the Pest Gallery? In this map is about the 1722, the old Taijiang Inner Sea. You can see in this map, here is the Anqing, and here is the Hainan City. And between the Anqing and Hainan City, we can see this is the Taijiang Inner Sea. In the early 1300s, over this fine channel area, there have many waterways in this area. And the vessel from the mainland China, from Xiamen, they come to Taiwan. And then before the 1784, Luomen Port is the only one legal port. So they will start in the Luomen Port and the transport to small, the Shanghai, small boats, to transport goods, cargoes, and the men to Hainan City. So they were through this waterway. So after the next map is 1752. In this Hainan map, you can see this is the Fine Channel area. It's inside the Hainan City, and this wall is built by the tree that move. Is not a concrete wall. And this is the Taijiang Inner Sea. in this inside picture, you can see is show you the 北市街. 北市街 is the older name of the 神农街. And what's the 5 channels I always talk about? The 5 channels is a fine, you can, at that time it is a fine river, small river. And from north to south, this fine small river, the name is 新港、前港、佛头港、南势港、南河港 and 安海港. And the river which flows the stream from the natural territory with inner development. The 北市街, where located in south part between 南势港 and 佛头港. And then when we go forward to the 1807 China, you can see this map. The war is became a country war. That's because in 1786, the Battle of Linshuangru, the Qing government began to face Taiwan city defense. So in 1788, they began building country wall. The new Ximen became a new main interest of China. And after that, city built so China as a Fucheng, the establishment. And because of this war, the China city has been cut to 2 pieces. One is inside China city, and outside China city. And at that time, the 5 channel area is outside of western China city. And at 1805, it has a 蔡牵之乱, because this attack from sea. So the Taiwan Trade Organization, the 3 guilds, we call 三教商, they try to protect themselves, so they build a wood castle wall with 3 days. And after the 1825, the 5 channel, the 1823 had a big storm in China and the Zhenwen River. Because of this storm, the Zhenwen River devotion flowed into Taijia University. And Taijia suddenly long stayed then flowing into place. So the 3 guilds financed and the refurbishment of a canal to contact Luoren. In this map, you can see the canal, which shows the old canal. So this canal contact this 5 channel area and the Luoren port. And this shows the building in the 北市街. But we look looking from the house, they are not right, but the house can up to 100 meters deep. And they have 2 floors. Why they design 2 floors and they design 2 doors? Because they do the business in the first floor. The second floor is the warehouse. So they will let him do cargoes up from the second floor to the warehouse and doing business in the first floor. In 1900 Hainan map, you can see this is a functional area. It is outside the Hainan city. We know 1895, Taiwan was ruled by Japan. So the Japanese government tried to cut off trade between Taiwan and China. So they suppress this businessman, no matter local businessman or foreigner businessman. But at that time, the commercial center of China still in the gate city, like this area is Ximen Gate. But in 1908, when the opening of railway, the business center moved from Anping to the Tainan train station. Also, commercial activity moved. And when we go forward to 1927, in 1926, when the Japanese government they had a new canal built by to do, so they set up a new street and this Minsen and this right now we call the Zhongzhen Route, and they also built a new canal. So the 5 channel areas, business activity going down again, and they change to this Zhongzhen Road. And in 1932, the Linbaihuo building built. So this Zhongzhen Road becomes the most commercial center of China. So let's some history about the 5 channel area to let you know about this homestead location. And our next member will show you another story.
Okay, thanks, Ben. Next, I will show it is a great screen, so I will probably a bit difficult. Okay, so as we know, actually follows, I will introduce some of the around the area of the hospital. We know there's a lot of hospitals on the area of the 5 channels, and this area is the Yishi Hospital. And our group will introduce, pick up 2 places to introduce everybody. The one is Shandong, and the other one is Yaolong Temple, which are close the hospital. First introduce about the Beia trees. As the name of Senno, everybody know that there is a Beia tree beside the hospital. Most of the people don't like the tree beside the house or inside the house. But we are wondering why the tree is still with the hotel, with the hospital together. And that's the story. When Mr. John's, the family is John. So when Mr. John's grandfather want to rebuild his house, and he want to cut off the tree because he will destroy the house in future. They are afraid. But when they cut off the tree, every time when they are going to cut off the tree, the water got hurt. So finally, they don't have a choice. They just keep the tree there. I think that because they think the tree can protect itself. And after they build the house, their clothes business is very, very good, prosperous. And then they think because the tree can protect them. And some people also mean safe because the tree, so the house is like have a very good feng shui. Because he built the shape like the dustpan. It means the nail on the front and the wider on the back. So when the monkey comes in, it's not easy to come out. So I think it's very lucky that have this tree. And next is Yao Temple. Yao Temple now is new one. And this is the old one, actually is established on 1745. And the new one built because the loader of the Qinghua loader with construction. One centimeter is construction, wider the load. So the main temple was destroyed. And after later they rebuilt the fourth floor temple in 1969 and facing on east. Actually, they still have a larger plant. Moliness is very old. Some of them is about 207 years old, and some of them in Channel Dawang, and is about around 200 years old, and also some antique. Like this one is a sensor, it's 1833, and also we have the last counter. When I be there, actually I don't know. When I visit the temple, I don't know this is very important, but it's after search, it's important now. And the other very interesting for me is they have the 91 dome there. We know for the dome there, most of they're only for the emperor labels. So it means the Yao Temple is very very high level god. And the other story is the Mr. John told us one god's eyes bright. He got hurt. And because he faced east and faced to Shuixian Temple. So two guys too strong. So the Yao god was got hurt. But I asked the host of the temple. He said because the god was made by mud. And it's already very old, more than 100 years old. So it will be destroyed by just nature. But now already rebuilt, modified, and they also have the new gods. Just want to together more new garden. Just want to for people to see more beautiful. And as mentioned about the Yawan Temple facing east, it's not usual. It's not as usual as the most of temple in Taiwan, because most of the temple in Taiwan is facing east or south. Huaiyao Temple facing east, they have different stories. One story from the Hostel Temple is said because the god want to facing east. Why he want to facing east? Because the east side is the mountain, and in light of the new day of the day of facing the new life. And the other thing from the book is said there is a 5 temple facing east, facing west, facing west, and that is very good for Tainan's economy, and also will bring a lot of fortune for Tainan. Unfortunately, if they facing west, it also has one thing not good for Tainan people, because everything will go through the ocean, so it will not move the health. So there's one judge in Channel, he decides the temple facing east. So there's called 五马槽江一腿头. Okay, so next I will introduce more about the hostel that everybody love it. Okay.
Hi everyone, my name is Yu Song. Today I'm going to introduce a house in Shenrong Street named Shenrong 147. It sounds familiar as my teammates has introduced it in the event, so thank you. Just kidding. This can prove we didn't practice before. So it's our first time for you, everybody. You're welcome. So, the name of Shenrong 147 comes from its address. The Shenrong sounds like the name of the street, and 147 is the address number. And the Shenrong 147 has double meanings in Chinese. Shen is God, Rong is banyan tree, and 147 in Chinese, 147 sounds like 147, meaning love. The love will last for the whole life. Wow. Will the owner love this house for his whole lifetime? I'm not sure, but I'm sure he has spent a lot of money in this house. About 60 years ago, Shenrong 147 and its neighbors all within the same wooden building. And it was a clothes factory. One day, the owner wanted to tear it down. They want to separate the land into 2 parts. One is Shenrong 147, and it was still a clothes factory. And years later, it became a guest house today. At first, it was a clothes factory named Huamen. Decades later, the factory ended its business, and the family moved to other places. However, the family members still have some feelings and memories toward this house. So their grandson decided to reconstruct it into a guest house. So, as its name said, the most special feature of this house is that there is a tree in this house. Why is there a tree in this house? You all know. Just pretend you don't know. Because at the beginning, when owners want to separate it into two parts of the land, while the part of Shenlong Yi has a huge tree in its land. So the owner hired some woodcutters to cut this tree down. While cutting this tree down, the woodcutters got hurt frequently. So they think maybe the tree was unhappy. So the owner decided to preserve this tree, and they changed their plan. They built a smaller house and made the tree become part of this house. So, is the tree happy now? I guess it is. Why? Because the tree is still growing up day by day. So, as you know, the shape of this house is not a square. It's a trapezoid. It's a trapezoid shape, and has a door on the right side. However, some say it's burnt. Okay. That's pretty shape. And but some said it's unlucky feng shui. Why? They said the house looks like a dustbin. The fortune will go away with me. But the owner, Mr. John, said, no. This feng shui brought us a lot of money when we were close factory. So why the outcome opposite from the prediction of feng shui? I think because it's power of the tree god. According to Taiwanese customs, people will worship a huge or old tree. Sometimes they even build small temples under the tree. The power of the tree is not only good for the fortune, but also good for the ecology. The tree and the house become an environmental beauty. Yeah. It can lower the temperature of the building and bring more fresh air. It can also bring more fun to people. The owner built a balcony on the top of the building, so you can enjoy the breeze, the bird singing, the sunshine, the green shade on the balcony at the same time, which you have to forget all the busy life. So next time when you visit this area, remember to take a look at this house and say hello to the tree. Thank you.
I saw the tree is very happy because so many persons come to look at it. Pardon me, I must use my pen. the nostalgia plus renewed process are fashionable. Thanks to our team-leader band, so I had an opportunity to visit the Sentinel 147. When I stepped into the house, the first sight is the brick wall. And the brick wall was managed so well. It still maintained the innate character, present a solid essence of the old time, but add some modern beauty sense. The host state when the workman crashed the wall is a difficult job because the wall is very solid. And the brick wall through the old and the new can mix multiple factors and then spread charming feelings. And this is the host, young man of the third generation of John. They are China where are dowries of his mother. And the word of our romance to be good and clear or see. Especially there are family stories in it. Stairs. The first floor stairs have iron curves. And keep going up the second floor, the steep stairs, just like an adventure, but it's worthwhile because the top floor has some attractive things too. The first floor's window sash is original, and the window glasses are original too. Well, this is the living room's decorated. Is second floor's room, and is a top floor's sash, and it takes the image of Fuji Mountains, and is recycled. The top floor has some painting on the wall. Okay. I think that repairing is a virtue indeed. This is my conclusion. Thank you.